In today's video, guys, I wanted to show you how to curl your hair like a pro. Recently, GHD head office very kindly invited me to their studio to learn how to curl my hair using one of their straighteners. I had such an amazing time, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today, and also how to create this beautiful hairstyle that is so simple, it's just amazing. So the first thing I wanted to go over was what GHD straightener did we use? And it's this one, the GHD Platinum Hair Straightener. So here's how you pop it on. You just simply press that button. And what's interesting is that depending on the temperature of the room is actually how long it will take the plates to heat up, which is absolutely just mind-blowing to me. So once that ring stops flashing and it just stays on, the GHD is heated up and ready to be used. What's really interesting to me about this GHD is the wishbone hinge, and this is it right here. And basically what that means is traditional old GHD hairstylers used to close from the top down. So the one plate would close towards the other one, whereas now with the Platinum, both plates close towards each other. There's not one solid plate and then the other plate that's moving. These both move, so they both hinged with that wishbone hinge, if that makes sense. So here is Natasha actually showing me that's basically how old GHDs worked, and this is how the Platinum one works, where they pinch together. Makes sense, guys? Once again, to me, what's even more interesting is that this actually helps cause less breakage. Because of the way that these plates close together, it doesn't tug on the hair. It actually just more guides it, so you get a lot less hair breakage, and this is all scientifically proven in a science lab somewhere in the UK, as far as I know. Now the next big question I had is how much heat protecting spray should we be using? And just as you see here, you should spray it section by section, and depending on the length of your hair, about 3 or 2 times at a medium distance. By spraying each section like this, you're just making sure all the hair is covered and nothing is left out. Then my question was, why should we use heat protectant, and also which one could we use? Apologies that this is back to front, but we used the curl hold spray from GHD. Number one, it helps hold the curl almost like a setting spray, and it's also heat protectant built in. The setting fixing part, however, is only activated with heat, so you must use this on already dry hair. If you apply it to wet hair and then blow dry your hair, it's going to activate the fixing part and you're going to have a set blow wave. Finally, onto the importance of heat protectant spray and why we should use it. So just how we use SPF for our skin to stop it from getting dry, damaged or burnt, heat protecting spray does the same thing for your hair. So you know when you see your hair smoking or steaming, it's actually all the moisture just escaping from your hair. So if you haven't used heat protectant spray, that's all your own hair's moisture escaping. If you have used a heat protectant spray, then it's basically just the moisture from that which is helping you create the curl. So use a heat protectant spray, guys, otherwise you are losing all your own moisture. Whew, that was a lot of information. Okay, on to sectioning our hair now. So the lovely Natasha sitting next to me said to divide out a piece from the bottom of my hair, roughly about 1 inch wide. We then divided that piece of hair into 1 centimeter pieces. Anything bigger than that and you probably won't get the desired result. By having such small pieces, you're really controlling the curl and you're making sure it lasts all day. When you do the curls in big chunky sections of hair, it does not hold the curl for as long because it's also a lot heavier. Now onto how you actually hold the straightener. You're going to want to hold all 4 of your fingers resting on top of it facing outwards, just like this. Then with your other hand, you're going to want to just grab the end of the straightener, obviously without burning yourself. And once you see that you can flip over that long piece of hair, you flip it over and carry on using both your hands to just turn the barrel of the straightener to create a curl. Just exactly as I'm doing here. Possibly the best advice I could give for you to try and master this technique, because it is hard, is turn your straightener off and do this quite a couple times until you get the hang of the movement. That way you're not going to be damaging your hair and you're going to be learning the movement of what I'm showing you here. You'll also see towards the end of me curling my hair, I struggled a bit, and that's because I'm just clamping it too tight. Just hold it nicely and let your hair glide through. Don't squeeze it too tightly. Here are just a couple more demonstrations of me learning to curl my hair. You'll see I take my straightener and I rotate it once. You can choose to rotate it twice if you like. As far as I know, that'll just create more ringlets in the curl and give it a more tight look. Finally, when your hair comes out the straightener, just use your index finger to wrap it a little bit more. This just helps tighten things, hold the curl, and then you can just throw it back. Then I also asked Natasha to help me do my fringe or bangs, because this is pretty tough as well. So in my opinion, there are two key things to curling your fringe perfectly. The first one is how you divide it. So you'll see here I am dividing my fringe horizontally, not vertically. The second most important thing is knowing when to actually turn the straightening iron. So here's Natasha again explaining to me that you need to straighten your hair until you get to your brow bone. Once there, you then flip the iron only once and continue curling like you would the rest of your hair. If you turn the curling iron above your brow, it just looks really weird and really funny, and you'll see it here. It just looks really funny and does not complement my face or the rest of the hairstyle. So once again, Natasha is just showing me how to do it on the opposite side, and you can see she goes down to the brow bone, gives it a flip, and then carries on. And it really complements her face and looks perfect, in my opinion. Then the very last step is called dressing out your hair. And what this means is to brush out the curls and finish everything off. So a lot of people skip out this step usually, but it's actually quite important because it adds volume and just brings all the curls you've created together to create one beautiful hairstyle. So all you're going to do is grab a detangling comb or any kind of comb that you have and apply some shine spray. Again, if you have any, this one is stunning from GHD. And you're going to spray it over the comb and then gently brush out every curl, and once again it just really finishes things off beautifully. If you've made it this far, thanks for hanging in there, and I really hope you've learned something cool so far. For the final part of this video, I really wanted to show you a super simple hairstyle in case you just felt like switching it up a bit with these curls and didn't want to learn something too complicated. So all you're going to do is grab a small section of hair at the top of your head and tie it in a ponytail just like this. Then just above where you tied the pony, you're going to create a hole or a gap, a section, and pull through the rest of your hair. This is actually called a topsy-turvy tail, if I'm not mistaken. Then you're going to do exactly the same thing and create another ponytail and flip it through itself just below the previous one. Once you've done that, you can then take the tail end of the top pony and put it through the hole of the bottom pony. It creates a kind of waterfall, kind of cascading look and just looks so beautiful, and that is literally it, guys. And that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as I mentioned before, I really hope you learned something cool about curling your hair and some tips and tricks, and also to do it like a pro, because as I mentioned, I learned straight from the pro, Natasha, who I need to say a huge thank you to for just teaching me and being so kind, and also to the GHD head office staff and everyone there. They were so kind in inviting me and allowing me to show you guys all of this. Also guys, this video was not sponsored. As mentioned, GHD just invited me down and asked if I wanted to do this at their studio, which I was happy to do. But if you do want to know a little bit more information about their platinum hairstyler or any of the other stylers, I'll have all the information down below in the description box. Finally, a massive thank you to my friend Marlies from Kandy Kane Makeup. I'll link her channel down below. She helped me film all of this and was just absolutely amazing. So guys, if you're not yet subscribed, please feel welcome to, and also please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!